Hi, Jeff Blanton here with Jailbreak Leadership with another thought about leadership and our current situation with the COVID-19. It's time to start thinking about outcomes. Hard to know exactly when all the dust is going to clear and when we can start to get back to it and what it looks like, but we need to start to think about outcomes. And one of the opportunities we have is to do something now. What actions can we be taking? So one thing to do is look at history. So the consulting firm McKinsey did a bit of a study looking back at the 2008 to 2010 crisis and looked at companies. And what they discovered was some companies came out the other side, boom, going the right direction, while many, many companies were seeing the wrong direction, 15% failure. So how do you get on the right side of the equation? To sum up the whole article, the whole study said it had to do with resiliency, to be able to really kind of take a hit and come out the other side. So we need to start thinking about how do we become resilient so we can be on the boom side and not the bust side of this COVID-19 once the smoke clears. So three thoughts for you. Number one is resiliency starts with a great foundation. Back about, I don't know, 5 years ago now, I decided to join a boxing gym. And it was a great reminder that, if you're going to take a hit, you better have a good foundation, a good stance, kind of flexible in the knees. Same thing with your business. What is your solid foundation? Who are you? What do you do? What is your purpose in this world? If we don't have clarity at the most fundamental level, what we do, then it's hard to pivot and move when things change on us. If we're selling a certain product, like a restaurant, great story, high-end restaurant, obviously had to close their doors, but what at a fundamental level they got was we feed people. So immediately they could start to think about what are all the other opportunities to feed people? What can that look like? And how creative can we get today when you get down to the core of who you are? What is the purpose of your business? Do you know what that is at the most core level to create a great foundation for moving forward? Number two, we're starting to see this word a lot now, the idea of the stakeholder capitalism. And what that really means is moving past the whole idea of the shareholder is the king of all, it's all about making money, but actually inviting all your stakeholders into the equation, all your stakeholders into that purpose that we just talked about. And that way, now all of a sudden you have the creativity of what do your customers think about? How can we serve them? How can we work to solve this problem together? Your employees, your key vendors. Conversations around that restaurant example I just gave, they sat with the employees and said, hey, can we turn the kitchen on and do this now? They talked to the customers to say, what's the best way we can serve you? What would work for you? So now you're inviting your shareholders into this whole thing. So now you're looking for them to be part of the solution. And number three, you got to be able to lead change. The world was moving very quickly before we got here, and now we're in crisis. It's all about leadership. This is not about management today. This is about leadership, and that's a different skill set. It requires some different tools and process to make that happen. What can you be doing today? Well, let's start to think about how do we get ourselves organized? What kind of tools? How do we put a strategic plan together? What are the things we can do? That's what Jailbreak Leadership is all about. We're all here to talk about what is your core purpose? What is the plan? Where are the tools? How do we line up? How do we invite all our stakeholders into this conversation? You could be doing that right here, right now. And even if your business is completely shut down, this is a perfect time to step back and ask those questions. So this is what leadership is going to look like in the 21st century. I think the only thing that's happened with this pandemic is it's accelerated the program. So jump on board. It's time to do it. If you're interested in more information, you can reach out to me. You can also, if you want to see some more of the videos, hit subscribe and or on the other button where it kind of talks about some of the other videos. So look forward to talking to you in the future. Jeff Blanton with Jailbreak Leadership. Go do what you do because we're all counting on you.